Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Silverback Yak Fishing. I want to show you guys what I do when I'm running these buzz baits. I look for areas where I think fish may be hanging, like this little dense patch of weeds, and then it thins out and finally, it's got a point out here. So I know that that's kind of a point in this deep area. So there could be fish hanging out around in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw past where I think the fish are going to be hanging out. Oh, see? And what happens is, you bring that bait right past them, and if I'd have thrown it right in there, right where I thought that bass was, well, it's a pretty bass. But if I'd have thrown it right in there, right where I thought he was, I'd have spooked him, and he'd have never hit it. Goodness gracious. I was thinking my fish was going to be closer up to that point, but it's like I said, they're going to be working the entire grass line now that the sun's gone down over the hill there. Biggest bass I've caught this year, I caught out of this lake bank fishing when the water was down about 10 feet, from the drought that we had been having. And it was straight over there across on that other bank. It was cold, very cold. That video is on my channel. I don't have very many videos, so I don't really need to go down and link it or anything. It'd be easy to find, but it was back in January or February, I think, and it was a pretty darn cold day, and a little bit of mist and rain, and altogether miserable. And then bam, catch a big fish. Catch a big fish and you forget about being cold. Just any kind of changes in the cover is what you're looking for, and thin spots, thick spots, you want to throw past those thin spots and then bring your buzzbait back across the top of them, and when you see, grass out by itself like that, right by where that bait just came by, that there's a little bit of a hump out there. That's got that. I see that was right where I wanted to cast, so I could come across that thin spot and then right on that point, and then back across this thin spot. It's better to fish into the wind and bring the bait back towards you with the wind, because the fish will stage themselves facing into the wind, especially during the middle of the day when they're just ambush predators, not actively going after stuff. You want to get it down ahead of where you think the fish is going to be, and then work it back to them so that it's coming at them. Whoa, that sounded like a good fish. I wasn't paying good attention. No, not bad. Not bad. You made a big splash, little buddy. Alright. Another pretty bass. Look at that crawdad antenna hanging out his mouth right there. I can feel that crawdad in his stomach. It's amazing to me how much these bass can eat. You know, we're cast hundreds and hundreds of times just for those bites like we just got. That's what we do it for. That excitement. Alright, try to get it right down there. Let's hope there's a fish right about there. He's a little guy, but you see that little bit of brush that was out deeper than everything else. That was the target. That was what I wanted to hit right there. So, you know, I got well down past it and then brought it by. You know, I was hoping there was something bigger than him sitting there, but still yet it held a foot, you know, it was holding a fish who was sitting there just waiting for something to come by. We got more brush out in that next little grass line, so we were going to cast past it. And then swim this right by. It never hurts to try again, you know, once you've already run a bait through there. Oh, see what I mean? Sometimes you got to give them a second chance. There's that bald eagle again. I don't know if you guys can see it this far away or not, but it's fishing. He's fishing, I'm fishing. Kind of a camaraderie there. Love God's creation. This relaxes me more than anything. Oh, I think I threw it in the tree. Nope. I had high hopes for that place. It's kind of a tough cast, but there we go. Again, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's some of that grass mat down in there. Another little one, but I've got a bigger buzz bait that I could be using to target some bigger fish, but what I kind of wanted to do was show you guys what my thought process is whenever I'm fishing this buzz bait. And so I wanted to throw this smaller profile and see if I get some of the smaller fish to hit it too. So that's one of the reasons that we're catching smaller fish. But when you're targeting bigger fish, you throw a lot more and catch a lot less. This has been a pretty good day. We hit it just about right. When you're fishing in cover like this, you're gonna throw it into those bushes and stuff, guys, but don't panic. You panic and try to jerk it out of there and it gets wrapped around the limbs and stuff. Most of the time it's just draped over a limb. And if you pull it up slow and then as it gets right up to the limb, just kind of give it just a little bit more of a tug, it'll usually flip itself right off of there. I think we're going to change and try throwing something else for a little bit. Or I might just keep throwing this, even though my hand's gone to sleep. Here we go. Oh. Sorry about that, fella. We tore you up a little bit. Another nice fish. Kind of a cookie cutter. What we've been catching. Well, I got no choice. He's too slimy to get out of there, so anyway, nice little bass. There's days where the fish just don't want to bite no matter what you throw at them. But then there's days like this. And the days like this make it worth it. We are going to make a little move real quick. Get this finger grabber off of here. This little guy right here doesn't dive very far, but I usually catch fish on him. And you know, it's got that square bill, stands it up, you know, just, if you guys can see when you're pulling that thing through the water what it's doing, that little square bill is rocking it, but it's standing it up, and these hooks trail behind it, so when it hits something it'll flip it up. And typically you don't hang up with these like you do some crankbaits. You know, that's the idea behind the design of the square bill. And it's got rattles. You know, I've never caught a fish that rattled, so I don't know why fish want to eat fish that rattle. It's just one of those things, one of those questions that people don't know the answer to. You know, I suppose underwater, maybe a school of shad swimming or something clicked together, or I don't have any idea, I'm guessing. I thought this was a little shallower, but I'm not running it off of the bottom or anything. Hit any rocks or nothing.